Go.
Alrighty, guys. So if anybody can refrain from talking until I'm at the end of one of these sections, I got a few sections to talk about here. The date is 12/5/2014. The time is 5 p.m. That is Mountain Time, U.S. Alright, guys. So server news. Right now the forums have changed. Sunday has merged the FTB forum and generally cleaned up a few things. So you might notice that a few things are, a little bit different and not where they usually are. 1.8 should be ready for this weekend. Right now, Drew and Friday are working on the spawn for that. So be prepared for that. Builds and chests and whatnot will be moved, but we ask that you guys, if you have any builds that aren't necessarily important, to maybe put off having us move those. Staff changes. Okay, so we've had a few retired staff. Agarmore and Fallen Angel have both retired, and then Ralph King, I'm pretty sure, is retired, and then Ed Elric is also retired. We've also added 3 new staff. Promoted, added. Sir Boss is now made mod. Friday is now an engineer, and I myself was promoted to super admin. Um, some vanilla staff will be staffing for the FTB server. If you're interested in maybe doing sort of a cross sort of staffing setup, let Sunday or Bolshevik know. I'm one of the staff that will be staffing for both servers. When you're applying for staff, you're able to indicate which server you would like to staff on. Both FTB and vanilla servers will have the same staff application form. FTB changes. Like I said, the staff stuff is new. We're possibly going to integrate a new builder rank into the FTB setup. We think this is going to be a pretty good idea, especially with all the brand new blocks. Seriously, if you guys haven't been over there and checked out the Chisel mod, there are hundreds of brand new blocks. The possibilities are endless. Um, any applications for FTB stuff can be found on the main forums, blah, blah, blah. We are looking at advertising for the vanilla server starting in January. So that's just some news. No news on the Christmas event yet. As far as I'm aware, we are going to attempt that, but we're still haven't had anybody working on it. Plus, with the lack of engineers, I can't promise that we will have a Christmas event. So stay tuned on that. We'll see how that goes. As far as any new ideas that you guys might have, James is currently
Buddy
listening
joined your
to most
channel.
of any new ideas that you guys have. If you think your idea might be a little outrageous, still just let him know. Sometimes some of these crazy ideas can lead to something pretty cool. Um, mc-MMO. Keegan, do you want to talk about that? I don't even know what that is. Or somebody.
Like talk. I don't really know anything about what they're going to do about adding it. So yeah.
Does anybody else know anything about mc-MMO?
I heard the PvP part of it is going to be removed, so it's mainly going to be about the mining and stuff.
Yeah.
Sunday did talk this week though that it was most likely going to be added.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like we're going to try doing this thing where we actually like integrate just about any of these new ideas that we get, test them out for a week, and if they don't work out, then we just can them. So I mean, there's probably a good chance we'll end up seeing it, even if it is just a general week-long test. I also pushed on the uppers about designing more sort of side mini games, sort of things. So setting up like parkour events and puzzle dungeons and stuff like that across the map. One idea that we were having about doing some of these parkour and puzzle dungeons was setting them up so you have to do them in a series. So you might do like a parkour event or something like that on the vanilla. It might open up your ability to go do a dungeon or something like that, and then we might have a few that are sort of side where you would have to go cross server to keep going along this series of challenges. So it's just an idea at this moment, but if you guys are interested in that, we'll probably start talking about designs and different puzzles and stuff like that we might be able to use. So you're probably better off emailing or private messaging me those sort of concepts. So that's the end for what I have on news. If anybody has anything to say about anything I just talked about or any other news subjects, the floor is open.
That cough.
Nobody?
Questions?
Yeah, new map. Okay, so Pimo, there's the new map's already here. So right now it's just staff over. This entire meeting is just staff. So you guys have mostly all seen the spawn and stuff like that. So we'll just see how it goes.
Is that the actual spawn, or is that the actual
To-
map with the spawn on it?
We're not right now. Friday is working on the actual spawn.
Oh, okay. Can I give my 2 cents about the map?
About the map or the spawn?
Spawn.
Go ahead and wait until after this, and we'll kick Elf and John out, and then you can chat. Hey, Bolshevik, how's it going?
Hey, bro.
Bullshit's now joined.
I just finished up with general news. If there's any sort of news type things that involve the servers that have happened over the past few weeks, now's the time to talk about it. I talked about changing the forums, 1.8 map being ready, staff changes, FTB changes, advertising. Didn't touch much on the Christmas event. Don't even know if we're going to be doing that. So if you know something more about that, feel free to chime in.
Yeah, I don't have anything on a Christmas event. Sorry about that. I tried updating the Feed the Beast server to 1.0.2, the version of the Direwolf pack, but that failed, and I, fell back to the previous 1.0.1. Their CLFH core, which is like the kind of like central plugin or mod that like Thermal Foundation and Industrial Craft and a bunch of other mods rely on, it causes the version of Cauldron that we're running to crash, and there are no other versions of Cauldron to download because that got DMCA'd again, and the people who were working on it gave up. So hopefully they'll have Sponge available eventually, but or we can grab version 1.0.3 if they fix that version. That there is a fix for that mod, but I didn't want to install it because then I'd have to have people download that specific version and install it to their pack, and I think people would rather just use the pre-canned ones that come from Feed the Beast.
So right now, gameplay over on the FTB server is just usual as normal, or is there anything new that people should be expecting as far as what they can and cannot do with certain mods?
Nope.
Alrighty.
I am going to try to do the market soon.
Okay, I think we also need to build the end spawn for that too. If you get a chance, can you set up a an end portal so that I at least know where the spawn point is on the end side?
Yeah, there is an end portal in Spawn.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so next subject, integration. We're kind of working on sort of mixing up the player base between the FTB and the vanilla server. We're trying to get people to interact a little bit more, which is one of the reasons that we're talking about maybe doing some of these merged challenges and stuff like that between the servers. If you guys happen to come across any of the FTB players or vice versa, both old and new, try and make them feel welcome or anything like that. Don't assume that they know what they're doing or anything like that. Just be friendly.
How are these challenge things supposed to work?
Well, so my first question here, this is the best example I have. Does anybody remember playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm wanting to do is set up some of these dungeons to where they're kind of like that, where you have to, sort of venture around inside this dungeon, collect the right items and stuff like that, I have enough electrical engineering experience at this point that I'm able to set these up and have them work really efficiently. It's going to be a lot easier on the FTB forum or FTB server because of the redstone possibilities and computer possibilities on that. It'll be a little bit tougher on the vanilla server, but I'm still pretty sure I can do some partly simple ones. Yeah, and actually I was just about to move on to server issues. So first off, let me open up by saying if you know about any issues, don't hesitate to post something on the technical side of the forum or something like that, and saying, hey, there's an issue, let's see about fixing it.
Staff is here for it.
Yep. So the more people that know about it, the easier, the quicker an upper can sit there and hear about it. We don't always hear about some of these issues right off the bat. So craft book is broken apparently. Doors are glitchy. I think that's part of 1.8 though.
Yeah.
Mob arena seems to be a little off. We're not 100% sure, but more like 79 to 89% sure that mob may have crashed the server in the first place. So, apparently eating. What was that? Eating's glitchy because of 1.8. Oh, yeah. Flutternaut was saying to look in the sky when you eat, and that seems to work. Don't look at the block or anything, it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any other issues with any of the other mini games that you guys know of, whether it's chess or PvP arena or anything like that?
MA doesn't work very well.
Say that again.
The mob arena that we did earlier, it wasn't working apparently.
What isn't working? I can't hear you.
Apparently the mob arena wasn't working very well.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be touched up. I think the mob arenas have gone quite a few months without any sort of touch-ups or anything like that. John, I think you and I were just playing on jungle, and you could tell it was missing blocks and clay blocks all over the place and stuff like that too. So.
Because of an old kit that allowed you to place blocks.
The jungle one was griefed, wasn't it?
We had a old kit what could break blocks, and it apparently messed everything up because you could place blocks.
Yeah, I thought we had it set up to where you can't place any blocks, nor can you break them. I don't know what happened.
That got changed when they added the support kit because it gave you blocks, but it all got messed up. It needs regenning or something to fix it.
Okay, so I'll set that on a to-do list then.
We false advertise on all the Vertify websites.
Yeah, we need to start working on getting a lot of these just small things back up and running.
We've had 3 people in the past week complain that we false advertised. So yeah, that's been like that since 1.7. Well, no, 1.6 is when we last had Skyblock.
Okay. Oh, and enchanting is also broken, so unless you guys are staff, if you guys see anybody online, try and give them a heads up. I don't know how to prevent people from doing it without telling them 20 times a day, but there's a good chance that people are going to keep just messing that up until they learn. What do you mean by other mod packs and events, John?
Like if we have just modded maps and stuff like that.
Build logging.
Do you know we have different events on the server just with modded stuff?
You mean a themed map on feed-based?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Well, I think one thing we need to consider is that not everybody can run FTB, so we don't want to run big events on FTB like Christmas or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like other mod packs. Just mod packs that don't lag you as much, small mod packs.
Ski, are you have a headset in or using speakers?
Using my speakers, but am I echoing or is that John?
It's coming through your mic when someone else talks.
So do you
Well,
hear
that's
any sort of
pretty
echo when Raiden or you or Shadow talks?
My ears.
Whenever someone talks and your mic is open, your speakers is causing the screeching.
All right then.
It's you, Chuck.
So yeah, we won't be doing any sort of big events on the FTB server. Oh my God, Bull, settle down, calm your titties. You're okay. Just put some ice. Okay, so. Yeah, no big events on FTB. We might do some small events or something like that. Don't give me that face. So I mean, if you guys have some ideas for like smaller events or something like that, there shouldn't be any issue running something like that on FTB, especially with all the blocks. It'd be really cool to build some stuff like that. I guess that's pretty much it as far as my end for server issues go. If there's any other issues you guys have, now's a good time to point them out.
Nope. This mc-emerald thing, is that just temporary where it won't save? More to bullshit than anyone.
Yeah, there's no database set up. Supposedly we're supposed to be having Trident set it up since he's an expert or self-professed expert on it.
I just wanted to know
Yeah.
so everyone knows.
Wait, what? No database set up for MMO.
Yeah, it doesn't say we have a database.
Also, are we getting new nether and end maps for 1.8 because we need them?
Yeah, we are.
I know for sure we're getting a new spawn for Nether. We're probably going to reuse the spawn for the end since hardly anybody goes there and it's hard to get tired of a
The
spawn
end
you hardly
spawn's
see.
alright, it's the nether one that's shite.
Agreed. Well, I can't do anything as far as spawning new maps goes, so that's completely up to Bolshevik and Sunday.
We need a new nether at least because we've had that one for ages now.
What about the hardcore map as well? Are we getting a new one or is that just gone?
Getting a new what?
Hardcore map.
As far as I'm aware, the hardcore map is either non-existent or broken right now. Kuiper tried, Kipper, whatever you guys call him, tried joining it here the other night and couldn't join it. So I don't
I
know
think it
if
got
it's...
deleted, didn't it?
You think what?
I think Sunday deleted it or he said he was going to get rid of it.
I don't know why. People seem to like it. Would you guys like to keep the hardcore map around?
We have 1.8, so I doubt many people would play it.
I don't think so.
I never played it to begin with.
Yeah, me neither.
I was going to play it, but I went over to FTB around the time that hardcore came out. So unless people get in a fit and want the hardcore map, it doesn't sound like it'll be coming back. Well, if that's that, then also got a shout out for donations to Keegan for $10, Drew for $30, Sunday for $20. Idoldi donated $122 here this week. Boss donated $50. Morgan Adele donated $20 last Saturday, and then Drew here about a little less than a month ago donated $10. So if you see those guys, be sure to give them a thanks and stuff like that. Most of those people are in this chat anyway, so good job, guys. If any of you have talked to Sunday in the last meeting, you know that we're good for money as far as the next few months goes. But if we're going to be doing advertising and stuff like that, we definitely need to see about spiking up a little more donation here and there. Kind of sucks having to ask. Hey, you stop that! I'm talking.
Okay.
So there's the dog scratching his collar. Yeah, I mean, Dog, stop. Alright, yeah, if you have anything else, go for it. Now's the time to say it.
Congrats.
I got a couple questions written down here.
Shoot.
There's some questions in chat, by the way.
New Summoner Rifts in League of Legends, yay.
Old news.
Oh, it's been a while since I played League. I'm gonna play some right now.
Damn it, Shadow.
I'm hungry.
Token shop. Are we gonna add stuff to the token shop?
Ooh.
Yeah, are we going to add meaningful shit to buy as well? Because I've got lots of money.
Like flares and pets and a bunch of other stuff like that.
What? Are we gonna have Townie again?
What?
I want to have Townie.
Of course we are.
Of course we have Tony.
Okay, I need money. Valvin was supposed to give me money, but he hasn't been on. I need money for a new town because I never got refunded.
Oh, the EE as well. I don't think that's really going too good.
EE. Are we gonna add
There's
like
not a lot of
prismarite
people with shops.
and some other new blocks
One at a
and
time.
iron?
Oh yeah, but there's still not a lot of people with shops and stuff.
They're all town markets now, that's the point. If you're in a town, you're supposed to use your town's market rather than get an individual.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's not a lot.
That's just up to the people in the towns to deal with. Because the thing is, if you're in a town, you're supposed to use that market. You're not allowed. Last I heard, you're not allowed to have a shop in both. You only have one in your town or anywhere if you're not in a town. So if you want more shops, you need to complain to the people who own the towns.
Oh,
He doesn't own the town anymore, does he?
What?
Do
Does
you
someone
not?
want to?
I thought you gave it to Kipper or something.
Does someone want to travel to Texas and help me clean my room?
You gave
sure.
it to Kipper.
Alright guys, if there's anything else for the meeting, go ahead and say it now, otherwise, Keegan, go ahead and shut everything down.
We asked you like 4 questions.
Wait, what questions?
Super admin, everyone.
I'm sitting here listening to you guys, you're just sitting here like chatting between yourselves. I don't know what kind of questions you're asking. If it's mc-emerald, I have no idea what mc-emerald even does.
They asked about different things in the EE, other things in the token shop, and so on.
Okay, so I haven't discussed any of that stuff with anybody else. Assumed equivalent exchange is going to stay the same. We might add some more purchases and stuff with the new stone blocks and the new lamps, depending on how easy those seem to be to produce. Token shop, I haven't heard anything about updating it or changing it or anything like that. Is there some sort of concern you guys might have with that?
What in God going to be added to Token Shop?
One person at once.
Go ahead, Keegan.
I said, what in God going to be added to be gotten on Token Shop?
Yeah, it's supposed to. Well, then there are things that fell through the cracks. My bad.
Thanks for that, Shadow.
Like, why do you even need to know that, John?
Because I need to know.
Can't do it anyway, John, so... I think he means
No,
other
not-
people's.
Other people's, yeah.
That's a log block TP and you can't do it.
No, I'm not on about Emerald.
And also, we might have to change our plugin for the for the tokens, because the one we were using was like a custom. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Is it? Sorry.
the token that we were using is like a custom plugin for for tokens, and I don't even know if people who know the author is still in contact with him. If he'll be updating that, we might have to switch to a different token type of plugin. I mean, really, the tokens is not that different. There's other plugins, and like the token shop is really just chest commands, which is another plugin as well. So if it goes away, we can import the old data, but it is what it is, I guess.
Is Iron returning to the EE?
That's still up for debate. Sunday is looking into that right now. Well, not like right now, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, I got you.
Like right now?
No, that's what he just said.